Get all your Star Wars figs and more at the eBay store Bounty Hunters Guild. Links in the description, check them out. What's going on, guys? Mr. Domo here, back again with another action figure review, and it finally arrived here. I have the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series Return of the Jedi, the Deluxe Boba Fett. Really awesome, as you can see right there. Lots of accessories. I can't wait to get into this. And of course, you guys see right here that I brought out other Boba Fetts in my collection. So I have the 2019 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Boba Fett here in the Kenner deco. Really nice. The card back here is absolutely gorgeous with that foil treatment, and of course this is a really well painted Boba Fett, man. I really like this one, you know what I'm saying, the Kenner inspired one. And then here, of course, this is the Empire Strikes Back version of Boba Fett, and this was released I think this was last year also. This is the archive version of Boba Fett, and like I said, man, this is a really awesome figure. I love this one too. This is a really cool Boba Fett. I really don't have any complaints on this one. I love the fabric cape and everything like that. You get all the accessories, really nicely done. So I kind of brought them out just as a comparison because, you know, there is a slight costume change in between, you know, the Empire Strikes Back and of course the Return of the Jedi. So here we go, man. Here is the Deluxe, which is really nice, a nice welcome. Love that they added the effects because he needed it, man. We needed a version of Boba Fett with all the accessories and everything like that. You even have the cut up you know, blaster there that you know, Luke Skywalker did right there. So really awesome. Here is the side of the packaging, really gorgeous pictures there. Really nice, man. And then of course on the back here we do have a little bio, and then of course he is number 6 of the Return of the Jedi you know, series in the new Black Series packaging. So really nice, man. So there he is. Let me open him up, but I'm probably gonna have to lay everything out because there's a lot more here to unpack than you know, usually what I do with my other Black Series reviews. And so I think Hasbro said they're gonna stop doing this, and so we're gonna get pretty much an all cardboard packaging, which is kind of sucks because I would like to see the figure, you know what I'm saying, before actually just purchasing it. But there he is, man. All the accessories. Of course, we have the jetpack there. You do have the rocket that attaches and detaches. That's really nice. You got the flame effect there. Of course, the flame effect for the thrusters. You do have the grappling wire there, or the hook there. I think this is not wire, is it? I gotta see. I want to take this out and inspect everything. And then of course we have his blaster there, and then we have the Cutoff Blaster. I don't think he carried his pistol in the Return of the Jedi, so this is the reason why they didn't add it. Of course he does have his cape there, which is a darker color. Like I said, there's a lot of changes, you know, especially with the gauntlets. They turned red. You know, his uniform was a little bit more scuffed up. He's got the red sash there under his belt there. There's just subtle changes, and I kind of want to go over when I take them all out and everything like that. So let me just go ahead, let me get everything laid out here for you guys, and then we'll take a closer look at this awesome action figure. Oh shit, man. So there he is, Boba Fett from the Return of the Jedi. Absolutely beautiful figure. Really well executed by Hasbro, I gotta say, man, right? But of course, is there room for improvements? Yes, there is room for improvements. I wish there was certain things that they would have done to this figure, and I'm hoping that if it does get re-released into like the archive series, then they make those improvements. But as you can see right here, man, I put the flamethrower effect on right there so you guys can see it. Really absolutely gorgeous, man. Really nicely executed figure, man. Really beautiful. Definitely more articulation with this guy right here. Now, one thing that I would say, and this is, I hear this a lot from collectors on this figure, is of course weathering onto his pants and top, right? Like obviously throughout the storyline in Star Wars, you know, his uniform gets a little bit more beat up and everything like that throughout the, you know, battles and stuff that he has. But you know, the pants, like he's wearing some clean ass pants and everything like that, and a clean ass top. So some weathering would have been really nice, you know what I'm saying? So weathering paint app onto the pants and onto the shirt would have been really nice, because that's how it is on the Return of the Jedi. Another thing that I would say, definitely, as you can see here, is that with the archive we actually got soft goods, right? We got a nice cloth cape here, really nice, you know what I'm saying? But here we didn't do that, right? They ended up doing a plastic cape. Obviously there was changes to the color and the length of it. It was a little bit shorter, and then of course it was a little bit darker. I think it was like a dark green or almost like a black color. Here they gave us like a green one. So you know, I don't know why they went with that, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, you know, hopefully if they, like I said, if they re-release this figure into the archive series, then hopefully they do that, changes, you know, more paint, you know what I'm saying, more weathering onto the pants and top, give us a soft good, you know, cape, you know, give us a cloth cape and everything like that. The jetpack is absolutely stunning, as you can see. Definitely you know, changes from, you know, both sagas right there, right? The series. You know, the Empire Strikes Back here, we got pretty much the archive figure is just pretty much a solid piece, right? The thrusters don't rotate, the rocket doesn't remove or anything like that. It's just a solid rocket pack there. This one right here is absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, definitely they added the colors just like in a film, and of course we have some weathering going on with the scratches and everything onto the paint, and of course the rocket is removable, which is a really nice feature. And then it's just got like some burnt kind of like paint onto it right here in the center. Really gorgeous, man. Absolutely cool looking rocket. So I really love that. And then of course the thrusters actually move 360, so that is nice. Like I said, the archive one does not, it's just stationary. So like I said, you do get these two you know, thrusters effects right here for the rocket pack. They're pretty much the same, right? But really nice pieces right here. They do have a peg, so you do peg them in right into the thrusters. Really nice and tight there, so not an issue. Get this guy in there. So there you go, man. So that's how it looks right there, with the thrusters effect onto them. And then like I said, man, you do have the option to change it around however you want. So absolutely gorgeous. The rocket pack does have a 3-peg system there, and then of course you have the 3 pegs onto the back. So like I said, man, the weathering, definitely I wish they would have added that onto the paint, right? And of course give us a soft good, give us a soft cape, man, because it really works really well with the archive figure, right? It's absolutely gorgeous. This is one of my favorites right here, and it's really well executed, right? Another thing, of course, I would say is the helmet. Of course there's changes, right? So the kill marks or the kill ticks, whatever, or marks are red now instead of yellow. Now his rangefinder now is removable, or not removable, but it does move, so that is really nice. So it does rotate down 90 degrees, so you do have that option, which is good. Archive is not, it's just stationary, as you can see right here. It doesn't move at all. So nice improvements there onto the figure with that right there, because that little pieces like that, man, makes a huge difference onto the figure there. Wookiee braids, of course, they're a little bit colored in. I think the Empire Strikes Back one was a little bit more white. I believe so. I'm not. I have to really look at that. But overall, really stunning figure, man. Let me take the rocket pack out here. So of course he does have, let me show you the flame effect. So here's the flame effect, man. Just pegs in right there, so there's a hole right there, and this is absolutely gorgeous. Love this piece right here. So really nice to get that. And then of course it just pegs in right here. There's like a little squares, so you just peg it in right there, so not a problem. Of course he's got his blaster, so let me take that off and show you guys. This one obviously a little bit smaller, a little bit different, right, from you know, Empire Strikes Back to the Return of the Jedi, but there you go. Nice executed, really nice with the color and everything like that. So I love the paint app here. It's got that bronze color to it. Really nice. I wish they would use a little bit stiffer plastic, you know what I'm saying, so it doesn't warp, you know, if you're transitioning from him holding it or not holding it and stuff like that. So you know, just a harder plastic. Now the other one that we have is of course the one that gets cut up by the lightsaber from Luke Skywalker, and so there it is, man. Really nice. I'm kind of on the fence about this bright yellow. I kind of wish they would have done some kind of like translucent color there. I think that would have been a little bit better, but I don't know. You guys let me know. But as you can see right there, you know, you could peg it in together, but it looks a little weird, so it definitely will look nice, just, you know, having it split right there. And you could you know, however you want to, display your figure with the lightsaber right in between it. The only thing is you probably would have to find some way to kind of attach it, you know what I'm saying, so like you can have it like this displayed, like midway cut or whatnot. But really cool. Now of course we do get the little grapple hook here. The hook is really nice. There it is right there. You do get a piece of thread or like a string here. That's another thing I wish they would have improved on, was give us like a wire. That would have been really nice, because as you can see right here, so this is the thing that I think it would have been better to use a wire, is that because it is a string, it has to be tied from one end to the other, right? And so you get this kind of like this bracelet piece right here, I guess you could say. So it does look a little big onto the arm, and then of course, it is a string, so it doesn't, what I'm saying, like you would have to attach it somewhere and give it some tension to actually have it straighten out. Right now, for me, I think the solution to this would have been a wire, right? Because a wire could have been pretty much like hot glued into this hook, and then you would have had this wire where you could just bend it, do whatever you want, keep it straight. And then the wire at the other end could have had like a little peg hole right here. So the wire could have had like a little tiny peg, and then there would have been a peg hole right here where you pegged it in, and then you can manipulate the wire however you want it. I think that would have been I think that would have been a really good solution. They're giving us a piece of string here, and then it looks a little cheap, right? Like, to me, it just looks a little cheap. You got this huge knot on one end, and you got another knot on the other end. I think a wire would have been a huge improvement onto that. But I mean, overall, the figure looks great, as you can see. As a comparison, definitely there's more attention to like the little details of this figure. Like I said, definitely love the little minor upgrades, having the rangefinder move around and stuff like that. Absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, man, these are different figures from different series, so obviously there was improvements onto the figure, but absolutely gorgeous, man. And like I said, I really like the archive, so I hope that, because the archive is more like the premium Black Series figure, so hopefully if they do bring this guy out to the archive series, then they fix it. His belt here is a little loose. I don't think there's a way to take it off or anything like that, so it's just there. It's just a little loose. I guess you could tighten it if you lower it or however, but right there it kind of hides a little bit of the gap between the joints and everything, but overall pretty nice. Now for articulation, pretty nice, right? Like, so for the helmet, obviously, like I said, that rangefinder, you get that nice movement there, 90 degrees. Helmet, obviously you could look side to side, you could definitely look up, definitely look down. That's just really nice right there. Down at the shoulders, you do have a ball joint. Now these pads right here are not actually attached to the arm, they're actually attached up to the top portion of the shoulders. His is a little bit different, as you can see. It is attached to his actual arm, so but you just have to be careful. Like, it gives you plenty of room to move the arms around, but just be cautious there. Of course, at the elbows, you do have a nice joint right there, nice rotation. The elbow could probably go a little bit past 90 degrees, as you can see right there. Down at the wrist, you do have a nice rotation, and then of course you have that nice tilt right there, so that's pretty good. Down at the waist, you do have a nice rotation. He could definitely arch his back, as you can see right there, and he could somewhat bend down, not too much, but definitely arching his back is pretty nice. And he has a nice rotation there, nice ball joint there at the legs. He's got that upper thigh rotation. One thing I kind of wish they would have done with him was give him that double knee joint. They didn't do that here. He only has a single knee joint, so that kind of sucks. This one, the archive, he does have a double knee joint, as you can see right there. So like I said, maybe they'll bring those improvements to the archive version of it. And then of course, down at the ankle, you do have a ankle joint right there, and then of course you have that heel tilt, the foot tilt right there. Peg holes, you do have peg holes. They're a little bit more forward. They're not usually placed at the, they're more forward than commonly seen at the heel there. But so articulation is not too bad, right? There could be some improvements here and there, but overall, you know, he does stand on his own, not a problem. So really good. Like he's got really flat like feet right here, so you know, getting him to stand up is not a problem. Height wise, you know, definitely he's the same height as the Archive series. Like I said, man, if you could mash them up together, you know what I'm saying, go with the deco of the Return of the Jedi, but then get all the improvements from the Archive, I think this would be a perfect figure, man. Definitely would be really nice. But I'm not a big fan of this. It looks really cool, right? It looked cool on the promo pictures, but you know, now seeing it, I just kind of wish it was a wire instead of a string. It definitely would have mitigated all this knots at the ends, and you know, avoided this whole extra bracelet piece right there. But definitely Blaster's really nice. Definitely I love the rocket pack, and I love the thrusters there, and of course the flame effect, really nice. So absolutely gorgeous, man. Let me know, did you guys pick one up? Are you planning on picking one up? I definitely, like I said, you know, there's room for improvements for sure, but overall it's a beautiful figure. I wouldn't have passed this up, man. Definitely would not. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you for the support, and I will definitely talk to you guys in the next video.